Long ago, a young hamster man, whatever the fuck, reviewed games and stuff, and yeah, he fucking died. Hey, I'm back. Hey, I'm a retarded hamster from hell reviewing shit, and like, back in my day, there was a video, and it was kinda shit, and it was a review of the Super Game Boy. Don't know how it managed to be as shit as it was, but who gives a fuck? Now, do I know what I want to say here? Not at all, this part isn't even scripted. Since there's nothing else I need for an introduction, all the way back in June of 1994, Hori and Nintendo were doing some dee-doo-dad shit and made a fucking Game Boy with color and the ability to see what the fuck you're doing with the power of backlights, or just a bright-ass beam of light back in 1994. The game adapter, the whatever the fuck, had a shit ton of enhancements which made it the best way to play Game Boy. No, it's not. They made a Super Game Boy 2, which is even better in almost every area. I'd suggest you get that if you're in a country that got nuked 2 fucking times. So, where to start? This thing's a fucking Game Boy. It has almost perfect emulation, even though the thing is actually a Game Boy and not an emulator, but who cares? And whilst games play perfectly fine, the games do play a small bit too fast since the Super Nintendo was actually faster than the console for once. Here, you can also change the 4 colors to whatever you want. You can go from black and white to a CGA looking ass to whatever the fuck. However, whilst you can add color to classic Game Boy games, you can't play Game Boy Color exclusive games, which may be a bummer to some people. You can also add borders to the games, which is fun since, like, graphics.
Holy shit!
I like these borders since they add some life to games with almost no fucking life graphics-wise. I've always liked this MC Escher stairway since it's fun. Some specific games have special backgrounds built into the game, and some games even have the ability to display more than 4 colors at once. Some games even included an extra game when played with the Super Game Boy, and also with backgrounds, you can create your own background. Of course, I drew a penis because of course I did. It's also possible to connect the Super Nintendo mouse for a more accurate but still not accurate cock drawing, which I find is pretty fun. Now, there isn't really much else to say since it's just a fucking Game Boy with the ability to draw cocks everywhere with the gnarly color palettes, as well as you can change controller settings, I guess? So, that's all I can really say for a fucking Game Boy with 3 extra features. So, should you get it? If you really give a shit enough, then sure. I mean, you can also just use an emulator with more enhancements and the ability to play Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance too. Also, while it may be a bit fast, it's close enough to being perfectly playable. So once again, should you get it? Mayhaps. I'm a floating hamster head from hell, and I need to face the fires of Gehenna. I think I pronounced that wrong. Fuck you.